the beach, and I think it's really weird that we do that. Because the beach is completely inhospitable to human life. It really doesn't fulfill any of our needs. It's like an alien planet. It's mostly rock and sand, and the water there is poisonous for us to drink. And if you're not convinced it's an alien planet, just look at all the crazy alien-looking stuff that washes up on shore. So it's really weird that we go there, but it's even weirder what we do there because we don't really do anything. We just sit or walk around and we just stare at things, which is not very productive behavior. And at this beach, people didn't even play in the water because there was a rip current. So if you stepped into the water, it would just eat you alive. So the place isn't just inhospitable, it's actually hostile to us. And another weird thing about this beach is that it's not a sunny beach with palm trees where you get to lay in the warm sand and be almost naked and see other people who are almost naked. It's a cold, gray, craggy beach. So we're not even comfortable being there. We really shouldn't want to be there. It's against all our best interests. But for some reason, we're just drawn to it. Sometimes I think, wouldn't it be cool to stand on the edge of a volcano and then lean in and stare into the mouth of the volcano where all the lava is? And I really shouldn't be able to have that thought. There should be a part of my brain whose job it is to suppress thoughts like that, because that is not good for me. But I would really like to see into the mouth of a volcano or go to the moon. And there's nothing good about being on the moon. But the beach is just really beautiful, and I can't help being there, even though it's ridiculous. And so I'm at the beach, and I'm looking at it, and I want to see the whole thing so I can get the full effect and just be in awe. And so I'm looking at the gray sky and the gray ocean reflecting the sky, which just seems to go on forever. And the ancient Greeks, they thought the ocean did go on forever. So I'm trying to see it through their eyes and make it even more incredible. I don't really know if that's true, but at least one Greek guy thought that one time. And I'm looking at the black crags sticking out of the water, which really just make the ocean look scarier. Because first of all, they're like pointed black teeth, but also they show you the force of the water because you see the waves hit them and then just explode into white foam. And on this beach, on one side of you, there's the never-ending ocean. And on the other side of you, there are big cliffs. And you're between them and you feel really small. And the cliffs are the same brown color as the sand, which reminds you that the ocean has kicked the cliff's ass so hard that it's been ground to dust. And you're there in the middle of this battle between giants. So I'm trying to look at all this and be in awe, but wherever I stand and whatever angle I look from, there are these blobs of bright color throwing off the color scheme of, gray and brown and ruining the whole view. It's people and they're wearing clothes of orange and pink and they're all wearing multiple colors and they're each wearing their own colors and they just stick out so much. It's like if you took a beautiful painting and you just made a bright colorful blob somewhere on the canvas. It destroys the entire thing. And I think that's a problem with fashion, is that it's so focused on how you look and making you stick out, but sometimes you are in surroundings that are just better looking than you are. So I think sometimes people should try to blend in and just match the colors of the beach. Maybe we should start making people wear camouflage in beautiful places. Or maybe we should just let less people on the beach, because less people is usually an improvement. I think that's a reason that architecture is so much less appreciated than nature, is because buildings usually have more people walking all over them. But empty buildings and abandoned buildings are really beautiful. I think that's half the reason for the post-apocalyptic genre, is just so we can see buildings and cities without any people in them. But sometimes people are fun to look at. I like staring at people on the train, and I don't get why more people don't like to do that. And everybody's trying not to look at each other, because I like to see all the different looking people. So I'm not saying we should make people wear camouflage all the time, or that we should have an apocalypse so we can see empty buildings. Though I'm not 100% against that. 51%. But okay, here's the lesson for today. Aesthetically speaking, people usually suck, but not always. Because really, it all depends on the individual situation and all the details in it. Because sometimes one detail can ruin everything, but also sometimes one detail can make something perfect.